Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 3.8. Here's your objective. I will be able to divide decimals by decimals. Like I said the other day, this one's going to be a little bit harder, so I need your focus. Alright, but we'll have a little bit of fun too. Here we go. Alright, so your parents might remember that tag team hit from, I don't know, sometime in the early 90s. I think I was a youngster then too. And it was, whoop, there it is. You remember, it went a little bit something like this. Alright, but we're not going to do whoop, there it is. We're going to do swoop, there it is. Alright? Swoop, there it is. Swoop, there it is. Don't copy my dance moves. You know what? Better yet, copy those dance moves. Alright, so swoop, there it is. What does that mean to us? Alright, we want a whole number in the divisor. Alright, or dividend. I don't know if I said that right. We want a whole number here. Okay? So we want to swoop this decimal point as many times as we need to make this a whole number. So how many times do I need to do it here? Just once. Alright? And then now it would be a 9. Okay? Just 9.0. But whatever I swoop over here, I swoop over here. If I swooped once to make that a 9, I'm going to swoop once over here. So my new problem is how many times can 9 go into 17 and 1/10? Alright, so I'll erase all this hubbub over there. See how I swooped that once and it became a 9? I swooped it once over here. That became a 17. Alright, let's say this was a 0.009, alright, 9 thousandths, going into 1 and 71 hundredths. How many swoops would I need to make? Swoop, there it is, swoop, there it is, swoop, there it is. I made 1, 2, 3. So how many swoops would I have to make on this number? 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. What do I need to do here? Since my decimal point's over there now, I need to fill that hole with a 0, annex a 0. So my new problem would have been, how many times can 9 go into 1,710? Okay, there we go. Alright, so it's a little complicated, but nothing that we can't handle if we focus. Okay, let's try this one together. 2 and 64 hundredths divided by 6/10. So 2 and 64 hundredths divided by 6/10. Luckily, I only have to make one swoop. So one swoop, I'm going to rewrite that as how many times can 6 go into 26 and 4/10. Make my decimal bigger so you can see it there. Alright, there it is. I only had one swoop to do. So I now have a new problem. Here we go. How many times can 6 go into 2? Well, it can't. How many times can 6 go into 26? 4 times. And 4, well, that 4 kind of looks like a 9, doesn't it? Let's make it a little bit neater, Mr. Murphy. 4 times 6 equals 24. 26 minus 24 equals 2. Bring down my 4. You know what I should have done earlier is bring my decimal up right away. Alright, there it is. Now, how many times could 6 go into 24? We just did that problem 4 times. So my answer is 4 and 4/10. I had to do one swoop. I had to bring my decimal up. We're good to go. Swoop, there it is. Never forget it. Alright, now how many times can 4/10 go into 53? This might seem like a simple problem, but it's going to get a little bit complicated here. Not just because of the swooping. How many swoops do I need to make? Just one. Now it's a whole number. So 53, essentially, right, is a whole number over here. So the decimal would be right there. Okay? Now I'm going to have to swoop it once, and now my decimal is right there. So as I rewrite this problem, it is 4 is my whole number. Let me rewrite it up here. 4 is my whole number. How many times can it go into 530? Now I'm going to re-put my decimal point there. Do I need it right now? No. But that's, every number essentially has a decimal point in it. Like the number 63 is really 63.0. Okay? Here we go. How many times can 4 go into 5? Just once. 1 times 4 equals 4. Subtract 5 minus 4 equals 1. Bring down my 3. Okay. How many times can 4 go in 13? 4, 8, 12. That's 3. 3 times 4 equals 12. Now I'm left with 13 minus 12 equals 1. Bring down my 0. How many times can 4 go into 10? Just twice. Alright? And 4 times 2 equals 8. Now I'm left with 10 minus 8 equals 2. Now sometimes we might just say remainder 2. Alright, 132 remainder 2, but we're going to move past that right now. I'm going to annex a 0. I'm allowed to do that. Alright, I'm going to annex a 0 right over here. So now I'm going to use a 0 in the 10th spot and bring it down. And how many times, oh, before I do that, I should probably bring my decimal point up right there. Okay, how many times can 4 go into 20? Just 5 times. 5 times 4 equals 20. We're good to go, because that's 0, 0, and I'm done. Now if I had to keep going on, I could annex more zeros, unless the teacher or the book said round to the nearest 10th, 100th, or 1000th, or whatever, because we don't want to go on and on forever. We didn't have to here, but that might happen. Try to round it to the nearest 100th, unless told otherwise, maybe the 10th or 1000th, but usually nearest 100th will be good enough for me. Alright, one last example, because it's important. I want to do a third example today. Here we go. How many swoops do I need to make here? This time I need to make 2. Alright, so this was 18. How many times can 9 10,000ths be divided by 1800ths? Alright, I swooped it twice. I swooped it twice. Let me rewrite it. It's important to rewrite it so you don't get confused. Now I have a whole number as 18. How many times can 18 go into 900ths? Okay, here we go. Can 18, well, first thing I'm going to do right away is bring up my decimal. That's what I'm going to do first. Can 18 go into 0? How many times? 0 times. 0 times 18 equals 0. 0 minus 0 equals 0. Bring down my 9. Alright, how many times can 18 go into 9? Well, 0 times. 0 times 18 equals 0. Here we go. 9 minus 0 equals 9. What should I do now? Alright? Because I could put, I don't really want to put remainder 9, because that's not really true. It would be remainder 900 or thousands, I don't know. So let's annex a 0, bring it down. How many times could 18 go into 90? Alright? I know, well, I could do some guessing and checking on the side. Let's do that. I know 5 times 10 equals 50, and 8 times 5 equals 40. 50 plus 40 equals 90. So I bet 5 is my answer. Alright, 5 times 8 equals 40. 5 times 1 equals 5 plus 4 equals 9, 90. 18 goes into 90 5 times. Okay? And 5 times 18 equals 90, so I have nothing left over, so I could stop right there. That is my exact answer. 5 thousandths. Alright? So 9 10,000ths divided by 1800ths will equal 5 thousandths. Alright, it's complicated stuff. If you need to rewind it and rewatch some things, that's cool. Or we can go over it tomorrow as well. But you have a couple of examples here. How many times can 3 and 6900ths be divided by 3/10? Swoop it once, swoop it once. So I'm going to rewrite the first one for you. It would be 3 going into 36 and 9/10. And don't forget to bring your decimal point up right away and keep it nice and neat. Alright? This one should be okay. This one might get a little more complicated. Alright, but it's only one swoop on that one as well. Good luck, and we'll see you soon.